Really hot topic right now. Let's talk about gentrification. Is it good or bad? You've arrived at your destination. What's up, guys? It's your girl, Eb Finley. I'm here for another travel tea talk with you this week, and we're gonna be talking about a topic that's really making waves in the news and in social media lately, and that is gentrification. I'm not even sure I know how to say that word, but that is a really hard word to say for a French
Oui, oui.
person like myself. So I'm sorry in advance. By the way, if you see this video, please give it a thumbs up, like it. If you don't like it, comment, tell me what you didn't like about it, but just let me know that there's humans out there watching it, and I want to hear your thoughts, what you think, and it also keeps me motivated and keeps me going to know that someone out there in the world is watching me. For those of you who aren't familiar with the term, gentrification refers to the process of urban development that results in the displacement of lower income residents and basically the transformation of a neighborhood into a more upscale, affluent community. You can think of places like Canggu in Bali, Santa Teresa in Costa Rica, or Medellin in Colombia, which are all great examples. All right, so let's begin. Let's talk about the pros and cons of gentrification. So, on one hand, gentrification can bring in new businesses, create job opportunities, improve the overall aesthetic of a neighborhood, and locals do benefit of these new work opportunities, and they usually will have a higher income, which is definitely a pro. Now, on the other hand, it can also drive up rent prices, force out longtime residents, and erase kind of the cultural identity of a community. In fact, you can tell when a neighborhood is being gentrified just by the numbers of like coffee shops, breweries that start popping up. And let's not forget about these trendy boutiques, art galleries that are moving into. So when you start to see that in a kind of more remote place, you know that it's being gentrified. But here's the thing, like, gentrification isn't just about aesthetics. Obviously, it's about the people. So when a neighborhood is gentrified, it can often mean that longtime residents are forced to leave their homes and their community. So it's really important to remember that gentrification isn't just about making a neighborhood look pretty. It definitely has an impact on the long-term people that live there. Now, I really wanted to know how digital nomads and travelers affect gentrification. So I did a bit of research on that. First of all, if you don't know what a digital nomad is, it's people who work remotely and travel frequently. They're becoming more and more popular in the workforce. Obviously, like, everyone tasted the work from home after the pandemic. And the main benefit is that they can basically work from anywhere. So they definitely have an impact on the gentrification of certain neighborhoods. I'm not here to say if it's good or bad. I am a digital nomad myself. I love having the freedom, and let's just say what it is, like having the privilege to be able to travel and work from anywhere. But I also understand that it does affect like developing countries, and that we have to be careful about that. So one way that digital nomads do affect gentrification is by driving up the cost of living in certain areas. Basically, because we can work from everywhere, we'll most often choose to live in, the trendy up and coming neighborhood that are in the process of gentrification. So this can lead to an increase in rent prices and a decrease in affordable housing options for long-term residents. Now, I have experienced this in Whistler. Oh my God, have you tried to go to Whistler? Like, finding housing there is absolutely impossible, and the cost of rent is out of this world. I've seen it happen in Bali as well, and it's in Costa Rica, and it's normal. People attract people. People want to go where other like-minded traveler, other digital nomads are going. So if you are like, okay, all digital nomads are going to Costa Rica, then you're going to want to go to Costa Rica too. It's normal just to be aware of that. So another way that digital nomads affect gentrification is through short-term rental. Now, a lot of digital nomads will rent out their own house or apartment on platforms like Airbnb. Now, I don't want to get into a debate with Airbnb. This is a great source of income for them, but it definitely can also have an impact on the availability of long-term housing options for residents. I'm definitely guilty of renting out my place when I travel because I can't afford to have a rent and also pay for hotels or accommodations, but I don't rent it out on Airbnb. I definitely want to prioritize long-time residents or families. So that's one thing that you can do that really helps if you're renting out your space when you're traveling. Now, I also want to say not all digital nomads contribute to gentrification in negative ways. In fact, some may even be able to support local businesses and contribute to the economy in a really positive way. It's just important to be aware of the potential impact and work towards solutions. So, what kind of solutions? What can we do about gentrification now that we're more aware and understanding of the situation? One thing that's really easy is just to support local businesses. Like, go to the local cafe instead of going to the Starbucks. And usually I'm biased here because I always support local, but the local cafe, in my opinion, has better coffee than Starbucks. Anyways, just say it. You can also advocate for affordable housing by, like I said, prioritizing families and locals if you're renting out your space. Finally, I think there's no easy answer to gentrification. It's a really complex subject. So I think a way to approach it is just with empathy and understanding. And there's no easy answer. But if everyone works together and listen to each other's perspective, like talk to locals when you're traveling, that's another great way to like have a deeper understanding of the issue and how you can be part of the solution. I think we can definitely create a more equitable future for everyone and keep on traveling, keep on being nomads, but just being aware of the consequences of that, and like I said, just working towards a solution. So let me know what you guys think. That was kind of a heavy subject, to be honest. I hope you've learned something with me today. Don't hesitate to comment, even if your opinion is different than mine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. We're here to learn and grow. I'm just trying to start or strike a conversation with whoever's listening to me. And if it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, that's okay. Like, let me know why it doesn't. And just a reminder, I'm getting so much closer to traveling the world full time and producing Nomad Generation English international version. I'm leaving July 1st for this amazing adventure. So I'm really excited to bring you guys with me. We will get back to travel content like on the road. I'll show you all the behind the scenes, everything that happens, everything that I'm putting into create a show that I want to sell to an international streaming platform. So keep on watching. It's coming. I'm excited. There's so many moving pieces right now. So your support means a lot to me. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next week. Bye.